What time is it? It's time for core transformation. Here we go. It's gonna be a quickie. We're gonna get the body energized today. A little bit of a flow and start bouncing. I'm not even coming up off the ground. I'm just lifting the heels, letting the body drop, letting the joints flop and drop, moving the face. Now move the joints, move the shoulders, and then let them drop. Okay, we're gonna bring some energizing breath, bringing in and out. Here we go. Good. Hula hooping those arms, hula hoop the hips. So get the hips moving. It's gonna be all about juicy joints. I hope one of the side effects of this work is if you've never been a dancer, you're gonna find that dancing mojo within. So sink the hips down here, a little bit of a push, a drive down through the knees, waking up the joints of the knees and the ankles. Okay, now hold here, lift the ankle and do the steering wheel. Get those ribs twisting, really push through the shoulders. Switch sides. Good. All right, we're going into the hip hop crisscross. And while we're here, let's go ahead and make it big. Crisscrossing across the midline, waking up the brain. Keep alkalinizing the blood with that breath in and out. And oblique crunch, really bending through that side body, through the core. And switch, here we go. Five, four, three, two, bringing those arms out, squeeze the glutes, lengthen through the core, invert the hands. Bringing it around and we're pulsing. We're gonna shift weight from heel to heel. Bringing the head back, moving the face. Now chin to chest, pulling forwards, really pushing through, stretching. So I've got the shoulders kind of pulling down even though I'm lifting the arms. So feel that, feel the different forces there. We've got some work, we got some release happening. Bring the head back, move the face, and now push slowly from ear to ear. And release. Shaking it out, do the wave. Good, roll those hips around. Take it around the other direction. And shoot the arms up into the sky, rolling the wrists and fingers. And we're gonna go ahead and push down into, and push the hips back. I want you to really push down and roll back. And then roll forwards, so the hips roll back and up. Tipping forwards with the head, come back up. Squeeze the glutes, lengthening through the core, coming all the way up. Here we go, coming down. And down. And hang here. We're gonna go ahead and pulse down. And then we're gonna do-si-do ourselves, okay? And that's gonna look like this. We're gonna turn in this seated position. If you need to, put your hands on the ground, wherever you need to be for this. And now taking it around the other direction. Good. Kind of have my hands up here in Wonderland storytelling mode. All right, and let's pulse. Squeeze the pelvic floor, push the hands together. Engaging through the shoulder girdle, engaging through the hips, And now come back up. Oh. And before we come up on this one, we're gonna go ahead and do our forward bend move. So rolling around the ankles. We're gonna start at the tips of the toes, pull up, rake through. And now, frictioning, circling all the way down the sides of the IT band, down into the sides of the legs, and reach behind those ankles, and let's go ahead and pulse. Coming over to your left-hand side, pull through, and we're pulsing. Come over to the right-hand side, pulling through. Good. Walk those hands out into plank. And let's do a little bit of pelvic pulsing. That means we're squeezing the glutes and then returning, squeeze down, come and return to that starting point. Lengthening through the spine. And let's bring that right foot to the outside of the right hand. And we're gonna go ahead and spiral. Take it around the other direction. We're on the back of those toes. Pushing back. And let's corkscrew. This is a big corkscrew. But come up to the heel. And onto the ball of the foot in the back. Let yourself sink down into the side. Good. We're going to lift that right arm up and reach. I want a little bit of a pulse. We're going to push through the legs, through the arms. Bring both hands down here, keeping the legs down at this kind of cockamamie angle. We're going to push up. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And walk the hands back around into spider lunge. Rock back and forth at an angle. When I say angle, we're going to be angling the knee out this direction. Good. Press back up. Let's walk the feet all the way in. We're up on the balls of the feet. We're going to be counter oppositional here, pressing the top of the head to the ground. Lifting the tailbone for the sky. Pressing. And lift. Lift the head. Moving the face. And just rock. Rock to the heels, back to the ball of the foot. Heels, ball of the foot. Push those palms in, lengthening through the arms. Good. Walk those feet back. And we're just going to go into a little switcheroo here. Now we can make this cardio if you like, but it still has to be soft. So here's the cardio. Really soft feet, really controlled. Good. Now I'm going to set up on that other side. I want to change the camera angle just a tad. All right. So here we go. I love the spiraling in spider lunge. So good for the hips, making those joints juicy. Good. Press back. Trying to bring both heels to the ground. Lengthen through the shoulders. Deep breath. Sinking. Good. Come on back down. We're just going to go forwards and back. Set a diagonal. Oh, yeah. Sinking in. So good. All right, coming back up. Up onto the heel. Up onto the ball of the foot in the back. And we're twisting. We're corkscrewing each time, making it a little bit bigger. Opening up. The body. Opening up, especially right here. The knees can get really tight on that medial insertion point. And this is a good move for lengthening that entire kinetic chain. Good. All right. Now I have to remember what we did last time. I'm going to come away from the camera, walking my hands out this way, and we're just going to come forwards and back. A little teeter-totter. And now we're gonna turn it into a push-up. We got 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg back. We're gonna go right into downward facing dog. All right, so here we go. Let's first start with a teeter-totter, coming forwards and back. Oh. Oh. Good, and a little bit of a bounce here. Let's relax the joints, relax the hips, let everything get soft. You can ululate here if you need to. I always need to. Hey, oh, hey, oh. We get rid of stored emotional yuck that way. We don't often voice enough. We can be very quiet, we stuff. Ululation is a beautiful way to let go of the stuffing. Here we go, knees coming into the elbow and opening wide. Bring it in and open and lengthen through. Push through the lower back, lengthening through the whole body, making it long. Oh yeah, bending that knee. We're gonna look underneath that shoulder, allow the spine to twist. Bringing that leg up, reach for the sky. Knees coming into the chest, chin to chest. And let's bring that foot in between the hands, sink those hips. Oh yeah. And move the face. Oh, bringing the nose down to that left shoulder, rainbow up and over. Come to the right shoulder, up and over. Oh. And just move the head and shoulders around. And allow yourself to undulate the spine. Ooh, feel how it all works together. It's a miracle. Okay, we're gonna push back, knees down, child's pose. Let's rest and relax those arms. Roll the wrist and fingers. Stretch through the shoulders, making the arms as long as you can. And bring those arms back. We're gonna do some modified swimmers here. And bring the cervical spine along, lifting the head. Good, and rest and relax those arms. Just let them drop. And now reach, lengthening, grabbing. Good. We're gonna bring the arms back behind, taking a nice deep breath in. And let the shoulders drop. Good. Okay, before we go into that other side on the downward facing dog, we're gonna finish off by really working the back side of the body. So just let yourself ooze down to the ground, no hands if you can help it. Let me change my camera angle just a wee bit here. Here we go. All right, and then, okay. We're going to open the arms up. And now twist. Ooh, 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 ooh. Lifting the opposite leg. Good. And let's bring the head down. Twist the head to the left or the right, whichever one. Bringing the toes together, wedging out the heels. Lift the nose and chin. Melt the head, melt the shoulders. Twist and lift. And drop. Oh. Twist and lift. Melting. Oh. Lifting the body around. Bring it all the way around. Lift the nose and chin. We're going to drop the head. Lift the nose and chin. Melt the shoulders. Oh. Twist and lift. Ululate if you need to. Twist and lift. Ooh. Good. Do a little nodding in that. You've got the head really in one position. You're creating that curvature in the cervical spine. Do a little nodding. We're going to lift. Now turtle telescope the neck. That means make it as long as you can as we move around. We'll twist to the other side. Let's do that lifting, that nodding here. Twist and lift. Drop the shoulders. Melt the weight of the head. Twist and lift, and now nod. Feel how you can get just a tiny move in this position. How it's like a deep, deep massage. All right. Let's bring those arms back up. Lifting, and we're going to pulse here. And a little bit of a swimming kick in the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's reach back for those ankles. Press out into the arms and spread the knees wide. Really try to open the hips, but you're pressing through the ankles out into the arms. Lift the head and move the face. Pop those lips, and let's love on those lips with the tongue. Work the inside of the lips, stretching. Bringing those knees together. Bring the heels into the glutes. We're going to push out into the hands and pull back in and press out and pull back in. Oh, so good. All right. I just used my hands to come up. Now I'm using my hands to move across the ground. Whew. It's water time. All right. Here we go. While we're down here, let's just go right into rock and roll, work some of our abs, and we're going to come right back up. So here we go. And as we move, did you see what I just did there? I want you to turn this into a little bit of a rotation on your rock and roll. And now I'm going to take it around the other direction. You got to use a few different muscles to do this, obviously. Good. Now we're going to go into the get up and switch feet. Switch that figure forward. One's going to be bent, the other's going to be pressing forwards. Good. Back to regular rock and roll. Old-fashioned rock and roll. That's what we like to call it here. Let's go ahead and reach those fingers around the shin bones. Press in on the soft tissue as you come along the edge. Good. And we're going to come all the way back into plow. And we are pulsing. Oh boy. Let that lower back open. Opening up the feet. And rolling up and sink. All right, here we go. Back to rock and roll. We're going to come forwards. And in just a second, I'm going to move my mat back because I want to do rock and roll to stand up here in just a second. And if you cannot do to stand up, you can just come up halfway. But I want you to get into the flow of it, okay? I want you to feel the power of the body. We got fingers in between the toes. We're pulling back and we're pulsing. Pull forwards. We're pulsing. Pull back. Sink those fingers. Now squeeze the fingers with the toes. Good. Release. Pull back in a little deeper. Oh, yeah. And let's rake. Rowing machine. See how I'm hinging through the hips, keeping the core long and strong. Reaching up past the toes if I can, and then raking. We got firm fingers. And here we go. Take it, and I've got a playground behind me. I'm sure you guys can see that even though I'm in cinematic mode. I hope that you go out just for the fun of it and move around on a playground. I gotta tell you, adults need to hit the playground. I know playgrounds aren't like they used to be, but you can still get a lot of good movement. We've got a pretty decent playground here, even though they have replaced it with the little tykes, I like to call it, little tykes parks. Right here, let's work on some more energy meridian work right here over the sternum, and I need your barbaric yelp right here, or maybe a hallelujah. I'm going for hallelujah. 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 Especially pay attention right here, left side underneath the clavicle. Vagus nerve reset, bonus. Whew, sternum is a great place to work too. It's stimulating the endocrine system in a good way, regulating it. Endocrine system, hormones. Come on now, we all need help with our hormones. Too many weird things floating around in the environment. Too many weird things that we eat. So many things that our body has to do to try to keep those hormones balanced. They're the messengers of the body, so we want them regulated. Here's a simple way to do that. Simple way to get rid of metals in the body, cilantro, lots of cilantro. 'Tis the season for cilantro. All right, we're gonna come down. Let's go right into the tilt-a-whirl. Ooh. Ah. Really get that stretch in through the shoulders, let the head hang back, and even move the face. I'm gonna switch directions. Join me if you will. Good. And let's bring the bottoms of the feet together and take those elbows all along that inner thigh line. If you cannot reach, then move the legs out wherever they need to be so that you can get, this might be actually harder. I might not be able to hold on to the feet, but get to a place where you can take those elbows up and down the inner thigh line. These are great energetic points, and it's a little massage to lengthen and soften those inner thigh muscles. We don't usually pay attention there. It's really important to get the whole body awake. Speaking of that, I'd like for you to take your hands and cup into the glutes, into the calves. Good, other side. Let's start at the calves, we'll work our way back up. This is one way for your body to have, for you to turn on your muscles. Let's go ahead and come up to the knees. To show you my best side. And now come right here with the knuckles. We're going to pull from the sacrum, that's the triangle at the base of the spine, across the hip girdle here, across these bones. We're hitting all of these insertions. Okay, and now circles in the glutes, right there in the soup bowl. Very good. All right, let's hit some abs. I don't know, it's feeling so good. Are you feeling good? If you're feeling good, I want to post below. I want to hear about it. Let's lift, and we're going to go ahead and just do some pressing. So this workout is going to end with the neck and shoulder release routine. Not our normal. Well, we'll do chi balance or two, but we're heading that way. Okay, and come up and hold. Little bit of a baby pulse here. And I want you to pulse side to side. So you come center, it's like you're making a little V. So we have to work some different glute muscles. All right, little circle. Actually, just move side to side. That means you're gonna switch from shoulder to shoulder. One shoulder's gonna lift, the other one's gonna hold. All right, and now we're gonna come forwards and back. I love this one. It does so much just in the shoulders as well as through the hips. Keep lifting, create that lift as you rock forwards and back. Okay, good, here we go. We're gonna come all the way down and lift, and here, take a deep breath and push. Finding length as you exhale. Pushing higher. Deep breath. Lift a little higher. Oh, deep breath. And find that space. Ooh, yes. Now we're going to fill the belly with air. You ready? Deep breath. Push from the inside out. Push through the torso. Push to the top of the head. Bring in more air if you need it. You're pendiculating from within in that canister and release, softening. Woo! Shake it out if you need to. I'm gonna shake it out like this. Such a good way. I discovered this in my breathing exercises this morning. Oh, good. And let it drop. Let's go ahead and come forwards, reaching for those inner thighs, squeezing the glutes, releasing the hands, and we're pulsing. Roll the wrist and fingers. Moving the face. And let's windshield wiper through the hands, good. And actually just bring the bottoms of the feet together. Take a deep breath and pulling in. I hope you went to a place of gratitude. When we go silent, that's your cue. Go to gratitude. I actually went to, I was thinking about a dear friend and some of the things that we're working on in our relationship. And that's something to be grateful for. Not everybody wants to work on their relationship, you know what I'm saying? So here we are, we're holding, and now press the knees away from you. A little bit of a helicopter move here. Good, hands together, rocking and rolling. Try to bring nose to the toes. Okay, we got one more. We're a little light on abs today. That is okay. The point is, you know, in the 90s we were told, oh, you have to balance this, work this part this day, work this part the next day, take this break, do this. It's not like that. It's about dynamic, fluid motion. And if you're doing that every day, you've got it covered. We really want to turn on, and let's go ahead and work this right here. Change the camera just a wee bit. Here we go. Coming in, and press forwards, press back. Get some movement forwards and back. Just play with it. As many different directions as you can go. Good. Now we're going to bring the weight in over the ankle. Ground that heel, connecting the heel to the ground, and push weight down. And then come up on the ball of the foot, and now push the heel down. You're going to engage through the hip flexor to do that. And now twist. We've still got weight, but we're just going to twist through the ball of the foot. So I got a little something in my mouth there. Forced hair or human hair, one of the two. Okay, and forced hair. Where did that come from? All right, coming up. I'm gonna put weight here. I'm gonna make it pulse. I wanna build the ankle. We've gotta build the ankle. You gotta pay attention to these joints. You can't just expect them to just keep working. We've gotta work stuff out. Push out to the side, push out to the side, back and forth. Good, and now coming down, I want you to ground that heel slow-mo, pushing, sinking the knee. Feel how that connects right in here to the hip flexor. Good. All right, now we're gonna turn this into a corkscrew. So come forwards and back. We're gonna do that by twisting. Good. And now bringing that left arm down. Oh. And move the head. Moving those shoulders. Oh. Pushing those hips back. Oh. Good. All right, here we go. We're gonna move side to side before we switch to the other side. Side to side. Oh, get those hips loosey-goosey, juicy. All right, I'm gonna back up a little bit and we're gonna come up, side to side. We're gonna traverse by reaching. Reach forwards, push up. Full body strength, full body control. Everything's moving soft with control. And push up. This is so much better than a push-up. It's the full body getting engaged, having to use hand-eye coordination, One more each way. Very good. All right, I'm gonna come back down to the mat. You come back down wherever you are, wherever it's comfy. Supposedly your brain doesn't know the difference between someone else hugging you and you hugging yourself. So give yourself some hugs. I don't believe it. I think it's bunk. I definitely know the difference between me hugging myself and someone else hugging me. But still, hugging yourself is good, right? It's still, you're getting some of that feeling of being held. And sometimes we gotta parent ourselves. We gotta hold ourselves. We gotta be there for ourselves. Because if we're not there for ourselves, who is gonna be there for us? Think about that one. All right, here we go. Moving through the joint. Oh, forwards and back. Find some different angles. Oh, twisting the arms around. Oh, getting dynamic with it. Feeling the body come alive. Move the face. Roll through, and let's put some weight down into that ankle. Push. I'm leveraging and pushing my torso weight down. Now I'm gonna lift through that ankle. Little twisting in the ankle in the lift. Got my arm in the way here, so it's just twisting. Now I'm gonna go side to side and slowly push that heel down, engaging all the way from the hip flexor. I'm gonna lift the head back so I get that full on kinetic stretch down that whole line. And now coming here, we're gonna do a little bit of a pulse. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Ah. Good, and push down, lift. And now here we go, one more time. Push the heel, lift the torso. Engage, try to get that heel down. Oh, good work. All right, so here we go. We're gonna bring the right shoulder down this time. And here we go. Rolling through the shoulder, rolling through the head. Ooh. Twisting the hips back and forth and around. Get a deep stretch in every possible position that you can go to by moving the hips, engaging these kinetic chains, and let's come on back up. All right, we're gonna go into the neck and shoulder release routine. Here we go. All right. Whew. Let's go back to where we started. A little bit of jump in the ball of the foot, lifting the heels. I want you to feel how different it feels now after all this movement. And let's twist like we did last summer. Ooh, let's twist again like we did last year. Sorry, nobody's here to listen to me, so I can sing and do whatever I want. All right, drop chin to chest. Nice big neck bowl. Shifting weight from heel to heel, lifting through the torso. Oh, there's somebody in the park here doing yoga while playing fetch with their dog. So cool. And they're also doing a pose that we did earlier that I'm not sure we did on both sides. So let's even it up. Here we go. Coming back into that jump. Down below. Let the hips completely liquefy here. We're gonna bring the left knee into the left elbow and opening wide. Bring it in and open. Bring it in, lifting and lengthen through that lower back. Push into the sky. Oh, finding that space. Oh, I'm loving finding a little twist here. Little figure 8 action through the shoulders. And now I'm gonna bend that knee. Look underneath the shoulder, allowing the spine to twist, finding length in the spine. Take a deep breath and exhaling. Oh, deep breath and twist. Oh, bringing that leg up, Push for the sky. Knees gonna come into chest, chin to chest. Pull that scapula apart. Yes, we did need to even this up because we came and we did this. We gotta sink, and moving forwards and back. Almost there, guys. Almost there. You're doing great. All right, and let's go ahead and come on up. Good. And let's go right into some more neck and shoulder release routine. First, working on those hands, rubbing those hands together, shifting weight from heel to heel, and let's friction this arm. Good. And here we go. We're going to work those energy meridians in between those lower arm bones. We're squeezing with the thumb at the base and with the fingers right in between the bones of the lower arm, radius and ulna, and let's go ahead and roll the wrist and fingers as we roll around the heads of those bones. Coming up into the bicep and the tricep, pressing all the way up, and now into the deltoids. Good, we're gonna come up and over the shoulder, kneading that dough. As we come into the side of the neck. Oh yeah, very good. All right, let's start with some circles at the occipital ridge here. That's the base of the skull before we head over to the other arm, grabbing at the roots of the hair. Gentle circular hair pulling all over the head. Coming into the sides of the head, into the back of the head. Moving the face and rake in front of and behind the ears. Feels so good. It's kind of hard to stay upright. Hip hop crisscross before we head to the other arm. Good, and here we go, frictioning that arm. Coming in underneath that thumb, pull the thumb, moving the fingers. Pull those fingers, rolling the saddle joint of the thumb. And let's go ahead and windshield wiper. We're going to do that on the other side too. Windshield wiper through that joint. This takes a lot of the creak out of that wrist joint. Shake it out and milk those goats. Spread the fingers as wide as you can. Now wider. Now wider. Squeeze, open, wider. Squeeze, open, wider. All right, here we go. Frictioning. I think we already frictioned, but that's okay. And let's go ahead and work in between those arm bones. And rolling around the heads of those bones. We're going to come up bicep and tricep. Up into the deltoid. And up and over the shoulder. And go ahead and squeeze in on. Love in on. Oh. That shoulder coming up the side of the head and dance with, let the head dance and the shoulder dance with that hand. Good, let's rake through. We'll do this on the other side too. Whoa. Good, all right. Hip hop crisscross. Good, other side, here we go. You know, I don't care if you can sing, on tune, off tune, scratchy voice, Sade, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, whoever you are, just bring your voice. The vibration of your singing actually opens up healing into your body. It's like a healing device. Okay, so here we go. We're coming down to bring this train into the station. We're gonna go right into vertical chi balancer and bring those finger pads to the top of the eyebrows and do circles. Circles that don't glide over the skin, but actually move the tissue over the bone all the way up into the top of the head. Good, we're gonna come to the temples and do circles up and over the ears into the back of the head. And let's rake up and down front of the ears, pull down on the earlobe and the flip-flop, the ankles. Rub it all around, pull down on the back of the ear, rub it all around, and get the thumb inside the ear, rub around all in there, come to the top of the ear, pulling up, and rub it all around, raking in front of and behind the ears again. Good, and bring the bottoms of the feet together and do flutterbys right here, just a little lift And let's bring the thumbs to the top of the eye bone, and we're gonna press and move all along the top of that eye bone. No point left behind. Good. I'm gonna rake up and down the nose, pressing up into the nose ridge bone. Press. Come down a little bit, press. Come down a little bit, press. And bring the thumbs underneath the cheekbone, sliding and gliding, and then follow with the palms, making big warming palm circles in the jawbone, up into the temples, up and over the eyes, and now press down and squeeze, sliding into the sides of the head, coming down into the lower jaw, and bring the feet up and do big butterfly wings here. And let's go ahead and get those raindrops falling on your head. It's like you're playing the piano all over the face, stimulating the skin, stimulating the nerves. Good. And now second and third fingers are coming to the base of the eye bone. We're going to press down and move all around that eye bone. If you find a sore spot, that's okay. Just press, do little circles there, release. It's a place where energy can get stuck here. All right, lengthening those legs and just point the toes down, squeezing them down. We're going to press the thumbs into the base of the chin, sliding and gliding as we bring those fingers all along the lower jaw. And now, just windshield wiper the feet. You're just pushing them from side to side as you work that lower jaw. Pinning and pressing right here as we lift the chin, drop, lift, drop, breaking down all the way into the pectorals, releasing those hands. Let the body melt. Feel what you've created here. And let's go ahead and rock those hips from side to side. Let the movement travel up the spine. Mouth is open, tongue and the jaw are loose and heavy. Let it go. Ululate if you need to. Go to gratitude. Go to those golden moments. Stop the hips. Let everything else come to still point on its own. Take a deep breath in. And hold. And let it go. So if you were watching me, what I was doing there is when I hold the breath, sometimes I make little micro movements. And what it does is the breath and the lungs push in, and you can create kind of like an inner massage with that hold, and then let it go. Okay, this time we're going to take a deep breath. As you're holding it, I want you to start releasing your muscles. You ready? Here we go. Hold the breath, soften the body. Now slowly begin to let the breath go, softening and puddling down even deeper. Think of something you're grateful for. Roll the wrists and fingers, ankles and toes, move the face. Squeeze that pelvic floor. Undulate that spine like you mean it. And you did it. Here we are. Opening up another day, maybe closing a day, but you have more energy now. You know what you're going to do with it, right? Multiply love into the world. I'm so proud of you for showing up. We did it. Yet another core transformation. I love you guys. I love moving with you. Let me know what you need in your body, and I look forward to working with you soon.